everyone. Today we're talking about how we relate to others. For though I am free with respect to all, I have made myself a slave to all, so that I might gain all the more. To the Jews I became as a Jew in order to gain Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though I myself am not under the law, so that I might gain those under the law. To those outside the law I became as one outside the law, though I am not outside God's law, but am within Christ's law, so that I might gain those outside the law. To the weak I became weak, so that I might gain the weak. I have become all things to all people, that I might by all means save some. I do it all for the sake of the gospel, so that I might become a partner in it. So here we have a very easy standard from Paul to live up to. Just be everything to everyone all the time. Whatever people want you to be, just do that. Be a people pleaser to every people. Well, maybe being all things to all people is something less impossible than that. I don't know if you've tried to be that kind of people pleaser, it doesn't usually work out. Now, Paul definitely doesn't mean that he never upsets anyone. When he says give no offense later on in this conversation, he's not talking about disagreeing or challenging people, at least based on what he does most of the time, unless he just has no self-awareness. I think he wants us to ask, what is it about me or my beliefs or my actions that might get in the way of someone else hearing the good news? He can't actually stop being a Jew. I can't stop being a straight white man. But we can be aware of how that affects the way we come across. We don't want to be ignorant of those facts. I think in some ways it's a challenge to our culture that sometimes overemphasizes authenticity, saying, I have to be who I am all the time, no matter what the situation is. Now, it's important that when we're talking about this, Paul, and probably me in the same way, are coming from a place of privilege. This is not an excuse to make those who are in the minority just blend in with everyone else, with the majority. If people are denying your rights or your identity, that's a different conversation, right? All this is about when you have access to your rights and can exercise them and choose to do something different. So really what this means is that Christians with more power or influence or seniority or money, they should be the ones who submit to the needs of those who have less. That's the law of Christ. That's the only law that we're truly under, no matter what our identity is. The law that says we sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others.